Welcome back to Underage Packers. This is part two of my mini series where I'm looking at and projecting where the Packers 2021 rookies will look best at throughout their career and where they will get their opportunities most specifically in this year. Today we are on to round two pick Josh Myers out of Ohio State, one of my favorite picks in this year's draft, and I think he will certainly have the chance to get a starting job pretty early on. Especially week one. Let's hop right into it. Without David Bakhtiari in the lineup, I feel like I've said this 5,000 times throughout this offseason, just looking at what offensive linemen will get their opportunity. With Josh Myers, a lot of people expected them to go offensive tackle early on in the draft, but with that kind of run of the late first round guys, projected at least early second round guys that went in the mid to late second round, pick 40 through 50. Tevin Jenkins, Samuel Cosme, to name two of them. The Packers were kind of put in an interesting situation. They still wanted to get a guy to put along the offensive line, so they went with Josh Myers. So that with them not selecting an offensive tackle now, looking for a long-term answer at right tackle, they have their answer hopefully at center, and I think Josh Myers will start very early on in week one. And that's specifically because in week one and all throughout the time that David Bakhtiari misses, I think they will shift Elton outside to left tackle, keep Billy at right tackle because they simply have a lot of guys that are very versatile along the interior of the offensive line, whether that be Lucas Patrick, John Runyon, and some other rookies that they had. I wouldn't be surprised maybe they gave Royce Newman a chance early on. They just have a lot of depth at those guard and center positions. So I think Josh Myers, though, will get that start week one instead of moving Elton further inside. And I do think he stays there, even when David Bakhtiari does come back and Elton Jenkins moves back to his natural position at left guard. I think he comes in and replaces Corey Linsley, both from the Ohio State University. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong at training camp or unless he's injured, I think he gets his chance pretty early on to be drafted in the second round. I think they're putting a lot of faith in him, and I'm really excited for this Packers offensive line with a lot of young guys along it, and bringing a lot of the same guys back. A lot more guys will be getting their chance. I'm interested to see the three guys that were drafted in the sixth round of the 2020 draft class. We already saw John Runyon come in for a few games last year, took a few snaps in Carolina, as well in Minnesota for the opener, and he really was in flawlessly on the best offensive line in the league. Hopefully Josh Myers doesn't take too long to pick up some stuff and get going with this offense. He has the experience to play both right guard and left guard, but I do think they'll keep him at center. If you have not seen Josh Myers, he is a big dude. He will fit right along within all those other big guys on the offensive line. I think I'm probably most excited to see him play, and I think he'll get the most opportunities from day one. Maybe Amari Rodgers, who we'll be talking about in the next video, will give him a good challenge for most rookie snaps. But either way, both of them should make an immediate impact. I'll be talking about Amari Rodgers in the next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. This one was a little bit shorter, not too much to talk about with the center who I think will be starting day one. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow us on all the social medias. Let me know your thoughts on Myers in the comments down below, and I'll see you later. As always, go Pack Go.